One of the most significant unexplained mysteries in all of Nirn is the disappearance of the Dwemer, a phenomenon that occurred during the Battle of Red Mountain in the 700th year of the First Era, where an entire race of Mer vanished inexplicably. There is, however, one exception to this, the last known living Dwemer, and that Dwemer is Yagrum Bagarn. Little is known about Yagrum outside of what he himself claims. Prior to the disappearance of the Dwemer, he was a master crafter working for High Craft Lord Kagranak, the chief architect of the Dwemer. Kagranak is a notable figure in Dwemer history, as he is often cited as the one responsible for the disappearance of the Dwemer, due to his discovery and subsequent use of the Heart of Lorkhan. Yagrum has this to say on Kagranak. Lord Kagranak, the foremost arcane philosopher and magecrafter of my era, devised tools to shape mythopoeic forces, intending to transcend the limits of Dwemer mortality. However, in reviewing his formulae, some logicians argued that side effects were unpredictable, and errors might be catastrophic. I think Kagranak might have succeeded in granting our race eternal life, with unforeseen consequences, such as wholesale displacement to an outer realm, or he may have erred and utterly destroyed our race. When the Dwemer vanished from Nirn, it was only Yagrum that remained. Though it is unknown as to why he did not vanish with them, Yagrum hints that it may be due to his absence from the realm of Mundus at the time. I cannot say what happened, I was not there to observe. I was in an outer realm at the time, and when I came back, my people were gone. Yagrum would leave Red Mountain and spend years wandering Tamriel and searching for other survivors or possible explanations as to what had happened to the Dwemer. However, he found no answers to the mysteries that surrounded his race. Upon returning to Red Mountain, Yagrum would contract Corpus, a blight disease created by Dagoth that ravaged the mind and deformed the body. This caused Yagrum to suffer from dementia, and was only relieved of this when he was taken in by Dyvaith Fear, an ancient Dunmer sorcerer who is credited by one source as being 4,000 years old. While Dyvaith was able to partially cure Yagrum's symptoms of dementia, he was unable to completely cure the blight disease, which left Yagrum's physical form in a grotesque state. At the request of Dyvaith, Yagrum used his centuries of personal notes to compile a list of artifacts found throughout Tamriel, including weapons of legend such as Chrysamere and Maroon's Razor. While he did state that some of them may be mere myths or hoaxes, the list was quite exhaustive, and the published work spread across Tamriel during the Second Era. Yagrum would continue to add to this document as he became aware of more artifacts such as the Bloodworm Helm, the Daedric Crescent, and the Dragonbone Chorus. The last known actions of Yagrum was his cooperation with Dyvaith in effectively curing the Nerevarine of Corpus, a feat previously thought impossible. While still being technically afflicted by the disease, the Nerevarine had shed all negative symptoms of it, thus fulfilling a part of the Nerevarine prophecy. That is all that is known about Yagrum, and while word of his existence has spread across Tamriel by the 201st year of the Fourth Era, there have been no further recorded events regarding him. With his ongoing affliction of the blight disease, Yagrum's memory remains clouded, leaving behind an unknown trove of knowledge regarding the Dwemer. As to the fate of the Dwemer people themselves, this too remains unknown, and for the time being, Yagrum remains the last known living dwarf. In his own words, "This is how I style myself. I do not know for a fact that I am the last, but in my travels thousands of years ago, I have never encountered another. And since I have been here, I often ask Lord Fear, but he says he has never heard a credible rumour of another Dwemer on Tamriel or in any outer realm." Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment below what your thoughts are regarding Yagrum Bagarn. He is certainly an interesting figure in the Elder Scrolls lore, despite how little we actually know about him. Dyvaith Fear appears in Elder Scrolls Online, and yet has no further knowledge to divulge regarding Yagrum or the Corpus disease that afflicts him. Morrowind is just about the only source of knowledge we have, so there's not much to go on. Regardless, his mere existence adds a layer of intrigue behind the disappearance of the Dwemer, as it means that whatever happened was not absolute in its effect. There may have been other Dwemer on other planes of existence who simply still haven't returned to Nirn yet, or have chosen to not make themselves known. For all we know, Yagrum may have played a role in their disappearance and merely can no longer remember what that role is. All we have at this time is speculation, and while I don't believe we'll ever get the answers, it's still fun to theorize. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.